Hello everyone, we're back with some Riley and Rochelle. Another game made by Outskirts Games. They make Conspiracy and Rivals, which we've played before on the channel. Without further ado, let's begin.
Good morning, Neve. Welcome. Have a donut?
Whoa, Dan. You've got storyboards set up.
Absolutely. Ready to make Riley and Rochelle the movie?
Of course.
The way I see it. My skills and your access, we can't fail. I've prepared a few pitches. Ready?
Sure.
Okay. She was a star with a heart of gold. I just want to do the best. He was a grifter from the tough part of town. Just give me a chance, Dad. Together they would form a bond of unbreakable love and music.
It was a grifter.
You're laughing.
Sorry. It just doesn't seem like the Riley and Rochelle I know.
All right. A little British.
Irish.
A little Irish sarcasm. I could have anticipated this. Let's try a different one. In a world that kept two lovers apart, only one thing could bring them together. A fated encounter. A fleeting glance. What?
Yeah, I just don't think it's like that, Dan. They met at the Oscars. It's not like they were political prisoners.
All right. Last one. She was a good girl. He was a guy from the wrong side of the trap.
Dan, I'm beginning to think we don't know enough about our subjects to make this movie. There's something amazing here. We just don't know what it is yet.
Well, what can we do?
Well, I've got access to their archives, right? The ones they lent me for the project, and I had digitized.
Oh, yes, those. Scraps of paper, endless unsorted notebooks with no dates attached.
Yeah, exactly. I think I could spend a bit of time with them. Those notebooks, for example, I mean, they really shine a light on what they thought and felt.
If we could just put some dates to those entries, it would be a start. All right, Neve. You take some time, go back to the source, let's find out what the story really is, and then we can make a movie. In a world where two lovers could never be together.
A tale of love and pop in the 90s. Yeah, let's go. Looks like it's waiting for love. Welcome to Riley and Rochelle. It is time to venture into the Lansari and explore their fascinating worlds. Your main goal is to find out the correct dates for the diaries. You can access the diaries by clicking on any book and inputting the date. When all entries in the current collection are completed, the level will end. Okay. You can gather information about the dates on the clue screen. Here you have access to both visual and audio clues. The game is date accurate and makes use of real-world events, so you can both use a calendar and search engine to inform your deductions, same as the other two. Records. You may also wish to listen to Riley and Rochelle's records to gain valuable information. Playing a record will also show the year that it was made. Oh, a little bit different to Rivals. That's good to know. And extras. There are many other things to do as well. Look out for new objects appearing in your workspace. If you require transcripts of audio materials, please check the transcripts box in the setting menu. Okay, so if I need to be able to read, I can do that. We can switch chapter around now, but let's just start at the top first and go from there. Am I in a fine position, or is this mug important? Well, I can't click on it, so I'm just going to keep myself here for now. What was I going to say? That Neve is a weird name. I knew a person named Neve back in the past. I'm going to Ireland later this year, so be exciting to see how accurate this game is to the Irish experience. I worked on a radio station today. Robin is such a cool dude. Showed me how to calibrate the tape machine and rewire the dead strips on the mixing board. I asked him if he liked the Kinks, and he told me the story of the time he got a fist fight with a very drunk Ray Davies in the English tea shop. Could find bone china everywhere. Would have loved to see that. After Robin and I finished the repairs, he went down to join some lame radio station party. But it's so great just to be out of the house and actually alone for once. This song came to me all of a sudden. Not sure what to call it. Don't think it's right for the band though. Sadie will probably hate it. She stands in the corner, picking her nails, and I'm just a poor boy who rides on the rails, but I know her sweetness and I know her faults. This is Riley's year, it's on the record. Oh, okay. So we find a song like this, we might know that it's when this is set, but not necessarily, because Riley says that Sadie will probably hate it, so they might have kept it for later. Also got a couple of images here. Rochelle. We haven't got really any. What was the clue button? It was like one of these, right? Aha, pageant letter. La Association des Petites Princesses du Québec, Mademoiselle Québécoise, in 1990. For the show today, please remind your dear daughters of our basic rules. No smoking, no gums, no boys. No boys at a dance. Only one guest will be permitted into the gymnatorium. Mrs. Terrebonne will be handling out wristbands. Do not lose them or you will not be permitted re-entry. Heel length below the knee, minimum heel height 3/4 of an inch. No maximum, no cleavage. Any infractions will result in immediate disqualification. V. May the most beautiful participant win. Bonne chance les filles. Or filles? I don't know, I don't speak French. July 2nd, let's put that one in. And then we'll have a look at these in the future. So that was the pageant. July 2nd? I can't really remember now. Is this better? Yeah, July 2nd, 19. Alrighty. So we've locked that one in. What does Rochelle say about it? My mom was so proud of me. She had the biggest smile I had ever seen, with tears streaming down her face. She always says, you'll be queen one day, and now one step closer. The audience went nuts when they read the scores and crowned me Miss Quebec. Talent 10, interview 8, dress 9, poise 10. Boy, it's so hard to get here, Maman and I. This is even better than the win at Teen Dream. We were so disappointed that we couldn't afford the entry fee for the Young Ladies Canada. My mom should have said I should forget about it and focus on this one, but with some of the other girls today were really rubbing it in. You'll never get the grand prize for Rochelle. I'll show them. As I stepped into the wings, Stephanie grabbed me and we nearly started making out. I wanted to kiss her so badly, but we couldn't let anyone see us together like that. These people would not be able to handle it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like no one in the 1990s would really okay with gay people. These people would not be able to handle it. Anyway, we were interrupted by one of the judges, Osmond, a smelly, hairy older man in a cheap white suit, who wanted me to sing on some of his music. Stephanie said it was super creepy, but I don't know. Maybe you can help me get out of here? Maybe we could run some lyrics? I really feel like we've got something to say. So she's a lyricist. Let's have a look more at the evidence while we're here. The report card I want to look at. On the 7th of August, she got an F in English, an F in gym, a D in citizenship and math, an E in summary grade and combined science, and only an A in art. Riley is an exceptionally poor student hit for dire circumstances. His lack of attention in all of his studies is a cause for grave alarm. Principal Davies. So that was the 7th of August for that one. We don't know exactly what year, but we're going to assume 1990. I'm not sure why my dad is such a dick. He went through my stuff and found a report card that sent me home with today. He waited until we were all at the table for dinner to bring it up. Said he wanted me out of the house in the morning. Mum's face went beet red. I told him he could go to hell, and I swear if the table wasn't between us, he would have dicked me, asshole. Here's the thing, when I was doing the dishes, I could hear them talking in the living room. Mum mentioned the radio station. When my dad came into the kitchen to get another beer, he looked straight into my eyes, and even though he was still red-faced and angry, I thought he was going to cry. Still a dick, though. Anyway, I've had it with this place. Just got to find a way out. Only thing keeping me here is the band, and Sadie. Let's get a prize rehearsal tonight. Sadie wants to try it in your pocket, but I don't know. Kind of want it for myself. Everything I write lately is like this. As if the songs are pulling me somewhere. They're going to take me away. I just realized there was a check button, so I'm going to check this one in. Yeah, heck yeah. So we know that that one's great. And then let's have a look at the evidence that we've got. An interview with Stephanie Lavoie. These are the two girls.
Could you give a little introduction and tell us about yourself?
My name is Stephanie Lavoie. I'm a payroll administrator for the municipal government of Trois-Rivières.
How did you first meet Rochelle?
My parents moved to Trois-Rivières when I was in grade 2. I didn't know anyone, and I remember being really nervous. I met Rochelle at the local YMCA. She was born October 18th, exactly 1 week after me. So naturally, we clicked. She also had her own concerns trying to fit in. Looking back now, I can see how tough it was for Rochelle and her older brothers trying to fit in such a small and remote town. People can often be unaccepting. I should know. We were best friends straight away, which pretty quickly turned into a romantic relationship. We were together in secret from ages 13 through 17, until Rochelle started leaning heavily into her faith, Catholic. Anyway, she broke things off. It was very hard for me when she started going out with Osman after the pageant.
Didn't you compete in Mademoiselle Quebec as well?
I did it to support Rochelle. She needed help putting the outfits together and mostly managing her mother's nerves, which became overwhelming come competition time. It was draining for Rochelle to be around her mother like that. I love Bernice and I know she meant well, but after Rochelle met Osman, things definitely changed. Bernice's energy, it just changed completely.
Tell us about Osman.
He was one of the pageant judges, like the big name judge, with some connection to Eurovision or something. Rochelle, that night, she looked amazing. She sang her song and the audience roared with applause. I remember looking down into the judges' table and saw Osman was giving her this crazy standing ovation, clapping his hands and hooting, like a seal. I'd never seen anything like it.
She moved away suddenly. How did that make you feel?
I'm not gonna lie, it was brutal. Rochelle and I already had plans. We were going to move to Montreal, get an apartment, and study music at Vanier College. We had a lease for a place and everything. Then Rochelle called me and told me she was moving away with Osman.
Is that how your relationship ended with Rochelle?
Is that why you're here? To dig into her relationships? Question her lovers? Well, I'm glad. Because, you know, there's a lot of focus in the magazines and such on the men in Rochelle's life. Osman and especially Riley, that cheesy frat house blues guitarist. Well, I'm happy to discuss our relationship. Anything to stop people from putting a label on Rochelle. Trying to make her fit into a box.
Yeah.
Like everyone else.
Do you listen to Rochelle's music?
I am proud of her. But her music, it's not for me. My wife loves it, though. She loves strong.
Interesting. I don't know whether we found out too much about that from the interview, but it's interesting that she started dating Osmond after that thing. Maybe she only dated him because she thought that he could get her somewhere where she couldn't go. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily get rid of my values just for that, especially when Rochelle categorized Osmond as like a horrible man, smelly, something like that. I can't remember exactly what she said. August 21st. Dear Mrs. Stone, thank you for coming down to the station yesterday. It was lovely to meet you at our annual Dunbury, and I hope you are doing well. Wanted to write you, sorry for this formality, I'm a Brit. Let you know how Riley is doing at WRTI, I'm guessing it's a radio station. You're right, he is an excellent worker like his dad. Has been a brilliant assistant with all the subliminal text, but he also has much more to him. He has a real knack for musical equipment, and as much as we've moved him onto audio technician roles, I know this started as a job in something of a favour, but I must let you know that Riley has a real gift for music. For example, he told me today he sang me a song of his called Waiting for Love, which he said he'd written the day before. It was astonishingly sophisticated for an adult, let alone a 16-year-old. I hope this isn't too forward. I know Mr. Stone wants Riley to go to mechanics college, but I'd urge considering some alternative options. My dad was also a union man in Lancashire, and I had to move across the Atlantic to not end up down in the pit. Riley really has something, and I hope you can see it and allow it to flourish. Warmest regards, Robin Grayson. August 21st, and this was when Riley was 16. But we don't know his exact date. Just walked to the radio station today, ramen such food. And actually alone for once. This is Riley's. Yeah, let's have a listen to some music. Got Rochelle. Got
Hey, this is our last song. Goodbye, 1991.
There's a banger so far.
Into the future feels like rain. Gather all your feelings.
Oh yeah, kind of like that indie pop.
Oh, you're stupid now. Just a simple kid. Better write a song for all you did. I don't know. Do what you have to, though you're not listening. Sing when you have to.
1996 and 1997. Oh. Alrighty. This was an interesting one, 1997. Let's go this way. This is when they started making music together, I guess. So like the early Brandon Poynton, who's that? Who did this one? Go back a bit. Daphne Elvira, 1999. So we got a lot of stuff here. But I'm gonna say that all of this perhaps happened in 1990. We don't know exactly if that's the case. But Rochelle left home. I'm leaving with Osmond in the morning. This news is not going over well. My mom doesn't understand. I told her Bearz has been doing great and has been played on radio stations in Jonquière and Sherbrooke. The Flair's dinner is ordering 8 boxes of the tape since I suggested the cassette promo. Ah, I see. Osmond says we made enough money to live in Quebec City for a few months. Record some new music and head out on the road. We got cupcakes to Stephanie today. She wouldn't even look me in the eye. But I wouldn't too if I was her. Bloody hell. I wished her a happy birthday and she practically shut the door in my face. Took the cupcakes first. It was heartbreaking. Between her and my mom, am I being selfish? Yes, you are. Osmond says there's no time for drama. He says I should forget about them and not look back. Yes, he's right. It's going to be 1992 soon. And he's got a regional tour and a big showcase plan. After that, it's success all the way. So that's 1991. And I wonder, she said it was her birth. Let's have a listen to this again. It was sometime in here, right?
No. We were best friends straight away, which pretty quickly turned into a romantic relationship. We were together in secret from ages 13 through 17, until Rochelle started leaning heavily into her faith and remote town. People can often be unaccepting. I should know. We were best friends straight away, which pretty quickly turned into a romantic relationship. So naturally, we clicked. I met Rochelle at the local YMCA. She was born October 18th, exactly 1 week after me. So naturally, we clicked.
This is exactly 1 week after, so 7 days after, right? So the 11th? Let's check that one. Yeah, let's go. I'm kind of glad that I don't have to check. Incorrect, alrighty. So, we know that the report card was 90. The report card was 7th of August, so we just get the year wrong. Riley report card. 7th of August. Heading for Diocese Houses, Principal Davies. And it was the year that the letter came from Robin Grayson, right? Up from the station. I'm a Brett. WRTI, Robin Grayson. Everyone knack the musical instrument. But I must know you're waiting for love, what you've written the day before. For a 16-year-old. So he's 16. I wonder what, does it say anything about his stage? Can we go back years, or is it just 1990? So I'm just going to cheat a little bit. Bit cheeky. Yeah, I thought so. I wonder how we'll need to figure that one out. Now, it's on the record. This is the one that I'm looking about. This one is when he started working at the radio station, right? Well, worked at the radio station. And then it was a radio station. This song came to me. I don't think it's right for the band. Sadie will probably hate it. But we need to find out when Riley was in a band with Sadie. Let's have a look at music. I wonder if this one.
Hey, this is our last song. Goodbye, 1991.
That makes sense, right? Because Disco Fries was the name of Riley's band. Waiting for Love, though. Listen to this one. 1990. And is this the one that goes, oh yeah, because this is...
Stands on the corner, picks out a nail, and I'm just a poor boy who rides on the rail.
Yeah, this is the one that he mentioned in his little thingamajig here, right? Waiting for Love, which he said he'd written the day before. And in his letter, in Riley's little story here, it's on the record. Stands on the corner picking nails and after support while he rides on the rails. So that was 1990. You read that?
But I know her sweetness, and I know taking it all. The smoke it blows over, chimneys up high. The city's in rhythm while I'm standing by. Oh, I know sadness, I move to its call. I'm waiting for love, I'm not taking it all. And oh, my love, fall asleep. Angel come, angel keep. Don't you know where you lie? I am all.
Okay. We haven't figured out what day it is. Because in the letter it doesn't say what day it is. August 21st, actually, never mind, it does. I just can't remember. First, 25th. Is it concerning that I couldn't remember that for more than 1 second? Probably. Incorrect. He wrote this then 20th. I'll tell you why this is correct. Yeah, it is correct. Once the song finishes as well. Alrighty. Yeah, I get it. We got the chapter right. A broken heart. Coeur blessé. My French is terrible. Let's get back to that chapter for a minute to explain it. So in the letter here from Roman Grayson, he says he written waiting for love the day before, so we know in the record it said on the 20th because he wrote it the day before. That's pretty simple, right? We've got a music quiz that we can do as well, but we won't do that for later. Spectrum. Let's have a look at Spectrum here. Last night at the Spectrum was embarrassing. I don't know what happened. All the suits and industry people left after 3 or 4 songs. Osmond promised the band was ready, but they were not. I don't think they had even heard the tracks before. It was so unprofessional, like the worst performance of my life. The reviews in today's papers are brutal. One said I was growing up too fast. So then why do I feel like I'm a helpless little girl? Osmond says my career is over and wants to move to Turkey with him. So Osmond rigged it, right? So that she would be with him. I'm not sure what to do. My mom sent me a postcard like she knew this was coming. She said there's a big singing competition with my age group next month on the 10th. I know in my heart that I want to sing, that I belong on the stage. I just want it on my own terms. Right, okay. So she doesn't know whether to listen to her mum or Osmond. But it's pretty clear that Osmond is, you know, manipulating her. Let's have a look at this. From Norman Bastiste, head of A&R, Riley Rochelle, Show Les Spectrum, Montreal, January in 1992. So Luke Thurell sending in an update on possible potential signing Rochelle. Thurell last night at Spectrum, right? There's a fantastic voice, great body, erotic look, good stage presence, but a recorded work does not support the investment. Good for Canada, but not for France. See you in Paris on Tuesday. Normand. From Canadian Press, Rochelle is a natural on stage, however the music doesn't go anywhere. Her songs are meandering and soulless. La Presse, Love Interview, songs like Soleil pour toi and Chez Soi are overtly sexual and perhaps too suggestive for the underage performer. There's a little girl from Choice Revers trying to grow too fast, Journal de Montreal album review. So that was in January 1992. You don't know exactly what day. Paris on Tuesday. I'm going to take a little water break while I think this over. I know that we can listen to those songs, but those don't necessarily say the date either. Let's put in January 1992 for now. For Spectrum. Oh, you can play a random tune. I don't think I've ever heard the tracks before. Reviews in today's paper. Age group next month on the 10th. Living aim in place. Let's have a look at the chat show with Sadie.
Good morning, Toronto, and how are you? This morning, artist Sadie Safdie. What's that you say, Trent? Art? Isn't that a little highbrow? Well, I'll let you know that Miss Safdie is also the ex-girlfriend of Riley Stone, the current flame of international sensation Rochelle Robert. We know you're desperate for gossip on this hot celebrity couple with a Canadian connection, and we've got it for you. Let's bring out Sadie! Sadie, you're an artist, a writer, a model. You look great, by the way. Your hair, mwah. And you went out with Riley Stone back in high school? Tell us about that.
Right, that makes sense.
We were bandmates in our group, the Disco Fries, and
Yeah.
also we dated for 2 years.
Riley's become pretty famous. Award nominations, he's an indie darling, and now dating superstar diva Rochelle.
No, so they started dating around this time.
What was he like? What do you think of the new couple?
Yeah, he was a really cool guy in high school. He was big into his music, a bit of a selfish jerk sometimes. But he was also sweet and kind. Rochelle, I mean, she's probably nice enough, but her music, it's not really my thing. Too cheesy. I don't know if that's gonna last.
You and Riley were pretty into each other, huh? Didn't work out?
Yeah, I made a big mistake.
Oh no.
There was this incident after
Sadie, what did you do?
New Year's Eve gig. It really upset Riley, and he broke up with me. Then he left town almost right away.
Wow, that sounds really hard.
Does.
So tell us, what was the incident that made him break it off?
Oh no. Don't ask that.
I can't really talk about it, not on daytime television. It's not appropriate. But in hindsight, it was pretty embarrassing, and I do regret it. I'd also like to apologize to Jerry Savage for defacing his diner. I was
Oh, no.
there and very drunk.
Well, seems like Riley's had some great success.
I wish him all the best. It's all gone into my photography show, which your producers promised we discuss.
Sadie, that's great, really great. Thank you so much, but we're out of time. After the break, 2 capybaras have escaped from the Eco Museum. We've got a real-life animal criminal profiler to tell us what to expect from the fugitives. More when we get back.
They completely dumped on Sadie there, not promoting her art show. So that was Not Where You Eat. Sadie broke my heart yesterday. I thought I loved her. She's been such a big part of my life and my music. But after the show, she got completely out of control drunk. I don't know if she was capable of doing something like that. It was disgusting. I've lost all respect for you. Wrote an apology letter to Yuri first thing this morning, though I could barely sleep. I wanted to pick up a shift since I know he's already short-staffed around New Year's. It just feels so bad. He gave me my first job washing dishes. What a mess. Recording a pretty good. Should I cut Sadie shouting out year at start of song? Okay, so we did hear the year in It was which one? This one?
Hey, this is our last song. Goodbye, 1991.
Goodbye 1991. So that was be the end of 1991, roughly. In December. And she said she was pretty drunk. I wonder if I listen to that interview again. It was around here, right? Near the end.
I can't really talk about it, not on daytime television. It's not appropriate.
It doesn't sound
But
appropriate.
in hindsight, it was pretty embarrassing, and I do regret it.
You should be embarrassed.
I'd also like to apologize to Jerry Savage for, defacing his diner. I was immature and very drunk.
Well, seems like Riley's had some great success.
In hindsight, it can't really talk about it, not on daytime television. It's not.
Incident that made him break it off.
He left town almost right away. There was this incident after we played a New Year's Eve gig in
New Year's Eve. The 31st. Oh my goodness, yeah. Ah, well, he wrote this on 1st of January. 1992. Yeah. Just quickly change the dates. Yeah, I keep on forgetting that he writes stuff like yesterday on the thing. It's so unprofessional. Worst day of my life. Obviously it's an industry people left after 3 or 4 songs. And what songs was she singing? We know that it was songs like said in the paper here. Solem pour toi and ce soir. Let's listen to radio show.
Right. Welcome back. CJRC Montreal. That
Happy
was
Riley.
a song by Phil Collins. Hey, isn't he the guy who lost the arm? I guess that's why he's singing more these days. Good song for a bathroom break.
Oh no, he's
Anyway, we have a showcase tomorrow night down at the Spectrum. It is the lovely Rochelle Robert, who is launching her new record, N'importe quoi. We have here in the studio her manager, Osman Ozdemir. Good evening, Osman.
And a very good evening to you, Davy.
So, you've been touring all around, haven't you?
Yes, Davy, we've been all over, building up to this big showcase. Rochelle is going to show the world what she's all about.
Yes, all the Legion Halls and the Sugar Shacks, I hear. Tell me about the record.
It is a French language record of new wave pop music, but classy, you know? It is all written and produced by myself.
oh no.
Labor of love, which I've been working very hard on. I myself had spent over a year in the studio putting together the songs, plus, of course, a lifetime of dreaming.
Yes, we were talking before the show. You have quite an interesting story. You were in Eurovision?
Yes. Well, no. I was meant to be. I was selected to be Turkey's youngest entrance to the famous competition.
In the year Turkey withdrew due to international pressure.
Unfortunately, that was the case. However, this opportunity represents for me a major landmark in my music career.
And Rochelle's, too.
Yes, of course.
She's a beautiful woman. She's your girlfriend, right?
Oh, please, Davy. I am a Canadian. We don't talk about these things. Yes, of course she is.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Passing on some generational wisdom, no doubt. Rochelle Robert playing at the Spectrum. Thank you, Osman. That's the end of our live programming, which means it's time for a replay of, Lord help us, English Play of the Day. Good night, all.
Play of the Day for January 6th. Rufus Lot by Charles Whittlethorpe.
Two teas, please.
Okay, we got some information out of that. I just want to go back to the start to see if he says what day it is. I don't think he does, but... Hello?
Alright, welcome back. CJRC Montreal. That was a new song by Phil Collins. Hey, isn't he the guy who lost the arm? I guess that's why he's singing more these days. Good song for a bathroom break. Anyway, we have a showcase tomorrow night down at the Spectrum. It is the lovely Rochelle Robert, who is launching her new record, N'importe quoi. We have here in the studio her manager, Osman Ozdem.
So, I think, we need to know when Phil Collins released his new song, right? And it was in 1992. Released in several cities. July, April, too many people. No Son of Mine. But we know that this was at the start of the year, wasn't it? Did we find that from the letter? January, yeah. Saw her last night at the Spectrum. She had a fantastic voice. Unless it's a new song from 1991. There's No Son of Mine, and then I Can't Dance. Oh yeah, and it'd be I Can't Dance. That was close to January. And let's just try this. Last night this became embarrassing. If we got anything more in here, we had an interview with Amy Huron. Let's have a listen to that.
Well, first up, I love your t-shirt. Back off, I'm writing.
Yeah, it's a good slogan, right? Because I'm always writing. I do it all myself.
Well, first up, I love your t-shirt. Back off, I'm writing.
Yeah, it's a good slogan, right? Because I'm always writing. I do it all myself. Sometimes I have co-writers, but all these people's songs with 20 writers, what are they all doing? Is the guy making coffee getting a credit? I guess I just love making my kind of hits. You just need a great melody, lyric, and, of course, singer.
So tell me how you met Rochelle.
I was in Montreal on the panel of this big talent show. It was sort of a national Canadian pop idol, but 10 years early. Favorite for a friend. I had been sitting about watching the most god-awful acts for 3 hours straight. Real county fair stuff. I don't think anyone was too interested. They all had their little portable TVs out watching Bonnie Blair bring home the gold at the Winter Olympics. Then in comes this beautiful young woman in a purple dress 3 times too small, looking like she's just landed on the moon. She started with this song her boyfriend wrote, which is way too low for her. She got through the first verse and burst into tears. But before she did, there was this one high note, and everyone in the room looked up. Of course, she didn't pass the round, but I knew there was something. So I knocked on her dressing room door, got her to change into a t-shirt and slacks, poor thing, and took her out for some tea and sympathy.
And then you... No, I'm good, thank you. And then you famously invited her to your studio?
I invited her to sing some stuff I'd been working on in my newly built studio in Morin Heights. We got the key right, sorted out the arrangement, and it was like one of those movies. You know, when the plain-faced girl takes off her glasses and she's suddenly Faye Dunaway. I mean, she always had the skills. Her mother had put her through about 3 Juilliards worth of musical training. What she needed was someone to help her be the best version of herself.
It really seemed like you haven't hit straight away. Was it plain sailing from the start?
You know, even when we had the hits, it took an age for the money to come in. Rochelle was sleeping on my sofa and working in a dress shop in Montfort even when she was topping the charts. We were living off grilled cheese sandwiches and gum. We were so poor, Rochelle had to write to her mother to send us May West snack cakes at the start of every month. It was like clockwork. Rochelle and I called up on the 1st, and by the 5th, they would arrive. We would spend the day in a food coma, and then it was back to work.
And you were also her manager for a while?
Not really. I tried to help out, but it was too much pretty quickly. Some days we couldn't get in through the front door for the quantity of post, and had to climb in through the bathroom window, much to the surprise of my neighbors, who never failed to call the cops damn wasps. In September, I hooked her up with Sabrina Sawyer, who was great. And you know, the rest is the rest of it. Good singer.
Pausing that one for now. I think we've got the information that we need. So I just looked up while that was going on when the Amy Heron won her, Bonnie Blair, sorry, won her gold medal. It was on the 10th of February. I actually already knew that it was the 10th of February because the mum said in one of them, in this letter, was it? That I can't remember exactly where. Here? Oh yeah, next month on the 10th. And we know this happened in January because it says January MM files over here. So we don't know exactly when this happened though. What I want to look at is the songs now for this area. That was the French language. This one, perhaps. The Compressor. 1992. Rochelle announcement. Makes sense, right? Did she say what year it is though? Or what day? I wouldn't necessarily say that she's singing too low. Okay, I don't think it says the year in that for some reason. Or the date. So let's have a look into this then. I've got my own place and I'm out here living my own life, doing what I believe in, and still getting over what happened with Sadie. I had to leave Detroit, I had no choice. I need a fresh start. I have a 10-step plan, can't possibly fail. Write new songs, record on Tascam, make copies, get gigs, find a label, sell tapes after shows, stay real, maybe make rent, get a job, fail and go crawling back to Detroit. Take our bins today. Contact cool record labels, David Murphy, Savant Ledgood, P. Guffman, Liner Notes, and Felix Hofstad and Blindman. Oh god. There's something went down the wrong hole. Alrighty. And we know that he got a new place in this building with it, right? Welcome to the building. We like to think of ourselves as the most inviting apartment block in all of Portage Park. So garbage collections on Tuesdays. Please take your allotted garbage container out front. This Friday, April 24th, please come to the shared space for our weekly movie. This week it is The Beaches, Best Craig Building Super. So we know it's April. And probably 1992. Record on Tascam. Write new songs. Contact cool record labels. Dave Morley, Savant. Okay, let's have a look at when Riley's next song is. So we know that he recorded his next song and gone the wrong way again. 1994. So it was quite a long time. I don't think that this is probably 1994. It might be. Fail and this is the same year that what happened to Sadie happened, right? So we know that what happened to Sadie happened in January. So it must still be 1992. Hopefully all my logic kind of makes sense. Now we know it was the week of the 24th. And he wrote this when he has to take out bins. It was on Friday, right? Oh, Thursdays to take out bins. Tuesdays. And Friday is 24th. So 23rd, 22nd, 21st of August. Really? Got my own place. Was it April? Did I just read that wrong? April, yeah. I got all this stuff right. I just didn't remember what a month it was, which is my own fault. I should really be checking. I don't know whether I should be checking, I just should be remembering. Be putting it in my brain. Okay. So, Spectrum. Today's papers are brutal. So we know that the papers were written on a certain date. January. I wonder if they come out every day. From Norman Baptiste. Yeah, saw her last night at the Spectrum. But the recorded work does not support the investment. Let's have a look at La Presse. I did on a certain date. They publish daily, so that doesn't help. Publish daily. Okay. Perhaps you can marriage with. Let's have a look at the Journal de Montreal. Yeah, that's daily as well. It's the largest French language one. Let's have a listen to the radio show with Osmond again.
All right, welcome back. CJRC Montreal. That was a new song by Phil Collins. Hey, isn't he the guy who lost the arm? I guess that's why he's singing more these days. Good song for a bathroom break. Anyway, we have a showcase tomorrow night down at the Spectrum. It is the lovely Rochelle Robert, who is launching her new record, N'importe quoi. We have here in the studio her manager, Osman, new record, N'importe quoi. Anyway, we have a showcase tomorrow night down at the Spectrum. It is the lovely Rochelle Robert by Phil Collins. Hey, isn't he the guy who lost the arm? I guess that's why he's singing more these days. Good song for a bathroom break. Anyway,
this guy's talking about taking coke and also about Phil Collins, who never lost his arm. He lost he had nerve damage in 2007, but as well after.
We have a showcase tomorrow night down at the Spectrum. It is the lovely Rochelle Robert, who is launching her new record, N'importe quoi. We have here in the studio her manager, Osman Ozdemir. Good evening, Osman.
And
apparently Rick Allen from Def Leppard lost his arm in 1984. But that's well before this as well.
very good evening to you, Davy.
So, you've been touring all around, haven't you?
Yes, Davy, we've been all over, building up to this big showcase. Rochelle is going to show the world what she's all about.
Yes, all the Legion Halls and the Sugar Shacks, I hear. Go ahead, tell me about the record.
It is a French language record of new wave pop music, but classy, you know? It is all written and produced by myself. It is
I think that's the problem.
Love, which I've been working very hard on. I myself had spent over a year in the studio putting together the songs, plus, of course, a lifetime of dreaming.
Yes, we were talking before the show. You have quite an interesting story. You were in Eurovision?
Yes. Well, no. I was meant to be.
Pressure.
Unfortunately, that was the case. However, this year.
And Rochelle's, too?
Yes, of course.
She's a beautiful woman. She's...
About these things? Yes.
That's not some generational wisdom, no doubt. Rochelle Robert playing at the Spectrum. Thank you, Osman. That's the end of our live programming, which means it's time for a replay of, Lord help us, English Play of the Day. Good night, all.
Play of the day for January 6th. A Roofer's Lot.
January 6th. There we go. I should have listened to the English Play of the Day more. That's what said the date. But we know that the Spectrum is tomorrow night, because he says on, and then this is written a day later. There we go. I forgot to read the words last night again, apparently. Or at least put it in my brain.
Hi, Neve. How are you doing?
Great, Dan. Just getting started, you know.
So, Rochelle's got it going on. Love, drama, deceit. But Riley seems kind of quiet. Think we can do any more with him?
Oh, of course, Dan. My mistake. What we need is more of the white guy. You know, the one who has it sort of easy. What was I thinking?
All right, there's that sarcasm again.
Don't worry, Dan. Riley's got much more coming up. In fact, he's just about to meet moi.
Oh, saucy. I like it. I'll leave it to you. As they say in France, arrivederci.
That's Italian. Wrong. Chapter 3. Pepper than thou. Didn't read the thing before. What do we got here? Got a little headphone button, but oh, okay. So we need to have a look at who won what. Right, okay. Largely for healers and politician's order. The 1990 Quebec page of scene. All the entries of the group picture. Dear Michelle, thank you for the beautiful flowers you sent to the house. I want under Camille for second place in Miss Quebec. So let's put that one in right now. So Camille was second place in Miss Quebec. She gave a great presentation as a natural on stage. I'm surprised when the scores came back and happy she edged out Daphne. That would have been an upset. And then Rochelle won. Daphne and Rochelle. There we go. What else do you see there? But of course the real winner is that all the young girls in Quebec, they'll look up to our beauties for years to come. Camille seems to be enjoying the pageantry, particularly the dressmaking of those original designs or patterns from Fabricville. If you need any tips, let me know. I love a stitch in a glow. It was great to see her win the young ladies. Okay, so Camille won the young ladies. Rochelle was having her tonsils removed that weekend. I ran into Adele's mum at the couch tub and she was fuming. Said that Silver won't do it for her little girl since she was doing so well in the regionals. In my opinion, Eloise took her honours much better. Okay, so Camille. This one goes Eloise. No, not Eloise, sorry. Camille. And then Eloise. It was great to see her win the young ladies. So Camille did win young ladies. It was great to see her win young ladies of course. Rochelle. I ran into Adele's mum, so Adele definitely came second. There we go. You asked if Rochelle was going to continue with the pageants after graduation. Honestly, I hope so. It's the only thing we really do together as a family. With her father gone, my Roche Pressoir is all I have left. Beth Beneath. And Little Miss Quebec yearly newsletter. Canada's young women have certainly been busy this year. The regional and national circuits are coming to close with a new reigning queen, the incredible Rochelle Robert, with a new clean sweep of wins. That Camille's valid infant day young lady as Miss Robert is a force to be reckoned with. So Miss Teen Jeering was Rochelle. Her stunning looks and powerful singing voice set Rochelle up with a bright future in professional competition, chaperoning, and ultimately shacking up with a wonderful fella. She will be a wonderful homemaker. New competition added to this year's season, Miss Teen Dreams, sponsored by Teen Dream Magazine, Scream Ice Cream, and Jimmy Dean's Pork and Beans, provided a touch of glamour with its refined program. While some of the girls' performance tended towards urban, there was no doubt the vim and spirit of all the competitors even. That rose to the occasion and truly embraced Miss Teen's Dreams manners and poise segment. Victoria's blatantly toiling routine to I'm Too Sexy led to a well-deserved silver, with runner-up Romeo's a standing balancing of 12 holy Bibles on her head was a testament to the competitor's good posture, and no surprise is the winner. Congratulations to all. Okay, so Victoria and then Romy. Victoria, Romy. There we go. 3 complete. Exit and press the listen button on the tree's picture for him. Okay. So look at that then.
What do you look for in a pageant contestant?
My criteria go above and beyond the usual requirements of poise and character. Pageantry is much more. It's about the body, impossible perfection, desirability. The girls must be slim, but with enough curves to fill out the dresses, it's not really much of competition until we hit the 13-year-olds and up. Before then, the pageants are more just practice, a training ground for what's to come, getting comfortable being on stage and such. Like a dog show, really.
So child pageantry isn't really for children?
Oh, but of course it is. Absolutely, we have to get them young. It's fun when it's not competitive, just dress up and pretend play, really. And makeup. The sooner you start to practice the application of thick makeup, the better.
Tell me about when you met Rochelle Robert.
Well, she came in as a preteen around 11 or 12 and broke all the rules. Dress too tight, heels too high, makeup too dark, you name it. But the judges and the audiences absolutely adored her. When word got out that she was participating in a pageant, the tickets would sell out immediately. Everyone wanted to hear her sing and see that smile.
Oh my.
It was ridiculous, if you ask me. I fought up and down with the Council for stricter rules, but her fans went all the way to the top. Everybody loved Rochelle Robert.
Are you sure there wasn't anything personal going on? Wasn't your youngest daughter also competing against Rochelle?
What? Personal? Wait, no. The very mention is unethical.
Speaking of ethics, didn't another contestant eventually file an ethics complaint against you?
Miss Lavoie represented a set of values not in line with what the council advocates. We are an association for women that promotes a very specific and traditional definition of femininity.
Very interesting, very interesting. Okay. While I was that was playing, I was definitely listening to it. I was just reading this, and I was reading the missed delivery slip. So on Jan 5th, they missed their pallet of snack crates. Montrose shipping. So that was for Rochelle, right? Because it says, it reminds me that it's the last day to pick up the shipment from my mom. How the hell do you get to Kearney Point? So in the shipping label here, it says that you have 7 days to get it from Kearney Point, which means that it was the 12th. But we need to know what year. We know that she started living with Amy in 1992, so this is probably 1993. Bang. Yeah, let's go. Alrighty, I can do math. Let's have a look at the other evidence. Well, yeah. A voicemail from Orla.
Hi, Riley, it's Arla. How's it going? Right, now I'm leaving you this message because I want to remind you that Aiden is picking you up at 7 on his bike, right? Now, it's a fucking beast, so just, hold on tight. Also, I've ordered a cheesecake from Rinkoff's opposite you, so I suppose you can pick it up, right? Remember, the cheesecake needs to make it intact, please. And, well, Aiden and yourself, less so. Anyway, I just wanted to say I've really enjoyed these last 3 months of managing you. I mean, I've been thinking, yeah, you're much better than all those DIY indie acts you play alongside downtown. I mean, a lot of them, I can carry a tune in a bucket. And you sound like Morrissey after dental surgery, but you've got it all, right? You've got the tunes, you've got the voice. Oh, my sister fancies you. I'll give her a snog if you like, I don't care. But anyway, the point is, I know we talked about how you don't want to sell out, but I know that our Riley really wants to reach as many people as he can, right? You've just got to let yourself. I mean, who even cares anymore? It's 1993, for God's sake. Kurt Cobain listened to ABBA and look what happened to him. He sold a million records. Oh, listen, you're a star, Riley, and I'm lucky to have met you and taken you under my wing. I'll see you tonight, right? Don't forget the cake. Bye.
1993. Now she's asked me to make a speech at dinner tonight. Found to see a family is credible. They've really accepted me and made me realise how important family is. Just don't want to let them down. Did take some notes before Aiden gets here. Thanks so much for having me here tonight. Thanks for Aiden for the lift. Hopefully the cheesecake made it into her. When I first moved to Chicago, I liked being alone. I didn't understand how lonely I was until I met Ola and a wonderful family. All of you gave me the warmth and support that I needed. So I wanted to say thank you for being here, thank you for believing and helping me believe in myself, and thank you most of all to Ola for believing in Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, what date is Thanksgiving? I have no idea. I do not. I think it was in November, right? Thanksgiving, America. Date. In 1993. Because it's a different day every year, right? November 25th. Bill Clinton proclaimed the day. I was right that it was November. I proud myself for that. Then, what else have we got? I'm getting through these rather quickly. I wonder how many chapters there are. Just this one? Or, there's more unlock as we go further. I've been back in Detroit for already a week and it's been rough. Dad's funeral was today. I've been able to stop thinking about what he said to me when I visited him in the hospital. I'm all messed up. All these choices I've made, have they been the right ones? Why did my dad wait until now to tell me? There's so much I want to say to him. There's so much I should have said to him. Both of us were still too proud. Both of us were so much like each other. Saw Sadie at the cemetery. She hugged me really tightly and I just felt nothing. Handed me a note or something. Still haven't read it. Can't wait to get back to Chicago. Feel bad for leaving my mom, but she's got her sisters to watch after her. All this really opened my eyes, and taking her advice has got me somewhere I never thought I'd get to. I should trust my gut for once. Fair enough, Riley. Fair enough. I do think you maybe should have stayed with your mum more, but I don't know. Up to you, really. Search. Review of the movie Strong. June movie reviews. With a soap opera plot that triggers alarms of incongruity, Strong is a serviceable melodrama that wastes the talents of its youthful cast. A wholly underwhelming viewing experience. The film centers on Lava, Jamie Lee Curtis, a single mother and ballet dancer who takes up kickboxing to defend herself from her abusive husband, Bruce Willis. Lana is trained by Toby Steven Seagal, whose only power appears to be the ability to consume vast quantities of orange juice, which he always mysteriously chugs on screen. The soundtrack boasts at least one surefire hit, the title song by Canadian torch singer Rochelle Robert, which is just as cheesy as the movie. All in all, Strong will certainly be a crowd-pleasing box office hit despite its forgettable soundtrack and lyric. Strong sees a general release on the 23rd, with its theatrical premiere a week earlier. VHS and Laserdisc release in August. Okay. Strong by Rochelle Robert. We got a letter from Sadie. Oh, this will be about the Dear Riley. It was good seeing you. I'm so sorry for the loss of your father. Glad you got to see him before the end, and I hope what he said to you was good. I know you two had your differences. I also couldn't find a way to say how sad I am about the way things ended. Tomorrow will be the same day you left town. I know what I did was wrong, but I've been through a lot of therapy to deal with it, and I still feel the way you left was really cool. Just like your new song on the radio says, you got to do what you have to. Anyway, I wish you a swift journey back to Chicago. It was nice to meet Neve. She's your manager's sister, no? There's Sadie. Oh, okay. So, Olga, what's her name? Said on the thing that he would let Ola. She would let Riley sleep with Neve, and apparently that happened. By the way, this is how you run Eva. No, Irish makes no sense. NIA match, what the deal is with that? Does not make any sense. What we need is the day that he left Detroit originally. Now, did Sadie say that in the thingamajig, or is that in over here? Leaving home. 11th of October, so it was the 12th of October. Oh no, that's Rochelle. Everything I wrote lately is this. Okay. Roughly. Jerry folded it after the pick up his shift. But I catch Shouty 7 a year, right? Riley. I had to leave Detroit. Did he leave Detroit on here? I've got my own face. It must have been roughly around this price, right? 21st of April. So it was April. Put that one in. She hugged me tightly. And what else did she say in the note? Can't remember. Tomorrow will be the same day that you left town. So the 20th, perhaps? And what year is it? It's the year that Do What You Had to came out, which is this one, I believe.
And into the future feels like rain.
1994. 1994. And the 20th. It'd be roughly around about this time. Yeah, let's go. They did leave literally on the date that he wrote his letter. I don't think that that's clear enough. Could probably be a little bit more clear that he left exactly on that date that he wrote it, because it does sound like he's recently moved to Detroit rather than he moved to Detroit literally on that day, but, you know, that's just me complaining, nitpicking. I got the red carpet dress Gucci design from me. Tried it on and I'm pretty sure I saw Amy swoon. She tried to hide it by leaving the room. The dress is amazing, I'm going to look amazing. Amy's coming as my date. Gucci sent her a custom velvet tuxedo. So we are going to look like quite the pair. I could get used to this. There's going to be so many celebrities at the premiere. Well, we get to meet Jamie Lee Curtis. It's weird, I don't have to perform or anything, but I'm still nervous. Glad Amy will be there with me. Go see Sleepless in Seattle next week. Should be in theaters. Okay, so we've got a few things. So this is at the premiere of the movie. Premiere of the movie, we know, came out at some stage. 23rd. And in June. No, premiere came out a week earlier, didn't it? Yeah, that's theatrical premiere a week earlier. 23rd of June, and when did Sleepless in Seattle came out? 1993 film. Yeah. Why do they always say 1993 film, but they don't exactly say the date? June 25th. A week after, right. So, yeah. Well, we only needed the year anyway. So 1993. I don't know why I was complaining about only the year being shown when that's what I needed. June. And then it was a week before the 23rd, right? So 16th? That took me a while, didn't it? Yeah, but at least we get it correct. Man, I'm excited. I'm happy. Let's have a look at meeting Sabrina. No more dive bars. Play for movers and shakers. A second chance for the suits. Get an accountant, incorporate biz manager, and publishing royalties. Write my own stuff and register it possibly. ASCAP. Is that the Association of Canada something or something? Quit my day job. I guess Sabrina really has her stuff together. She's super fancy and British and was wearing rubber boots. She called them wellies at Uptown Branch. She said she could not give a flying F about their dress code. I feel like she'll go back to bat for me. So happy Amy had introduced us. Sabrina has all the right connections. Austin never had my back and I need someone in my corner for once. That's true. New records to listen to: Janet Jackson, Excel and Kyle, Those Beer, and Music Box by Mariah Carey. Okay. I wonder if those all came out in the same year or if they a little different. We can have a quick look, I guess. Janet by Janet Jackson was released 1993. So and Gable. It does say 1993 in Music Box by Mariah. Well, it's 1993, so yeah, 1993 for sure. Let's just check that in now. I wonder what the last year is, just to have a look. 2010. So we've still got a long way to go. Now, when was the gig? Let's have a look in here. Dear Rochelle, pleased to meet you today. It's in my best to Amy. It is made my Friday. I'll be more than happy to represent you going forward as your manager. Agree that our first step should be addressing the ongoing situation with your label. We're certainly looking into getting more of your songs in the next record. After that, I'll be looking to book your European tour. We'll be looking to attain an elite and build a fan base of new business shakers. Bring your best cocktail chatter. You're a tremendous talent, and I can see that we have a very bright future moving together. Happy US Labor Day this Monday. Yours, Sabrina Sawyer. Okay. So this letter was sent on a Friday. It has made my Friday, right? Yeah, exactly. So US Labor Day. Well, I wrote it with a U, even it's without a U in America. Monday, 7th of September. She wrote it with a U as well, so we're right. And you US people are wrong. So 7th of September. I wonder if it changes every year. So let's have a look at just 1993 just to make sure. September 6th. September 6th, and then 5th or 3rd would be the Friday. Yep, perfect. And then finally a big gig. I don't know why I'm so nervous about tonight. Do I dress up, look cool, motorcycle jacket, blazer or flannel shirt? Should ask Gawler. Damn, it's not like this is a massive gig. It's a private party attended by everyone from the local scene. If I mess this up, I might as well move back to Detroit or hide under a rock for the rest of my life. Same difference. 1994 has been a hell of a year so far. Savant setlist tonight. Do you, sleepers, come on, rider, hello. So this is when he recorded Do You. 1994, you know the year is. And we know that Riley Let's have a look at the evidence. There's a mystery
Hi,
recruit.
Riley. Dave Morley here. Hope you got this. Otherwise, I guess we won't be seeing you. Well, we pressed it just for you. Cool, right? Anyway, I wrote you a song with a secret message.
Oh.
You get it. I got this English guy recorded like some groovy Gilbert and Sullivan shit. That stuff's better than the Pixies. Anyway, enjoy. Hopefully you'll join us on June the 22nd. See ya.
June 22nd.
I was walking through the evening square late one summer day, when a single thought presented up to me. Why not a grand adventure of music, love, and pleasure to celebrate our anniversary? So I thought for many hours, over many whiskey sours, until the thoughts had quite materialized. Then I took up pen and chitty to compose a ditty, and how the words did tumble before mine eyes. I would like to invite you to a lovely party. It will be the swellest one I know. There'll be fellas dressed as ladies and
Oh.
dames dolled up like men.
A Dre party.
Say that Courtney Love will go, and we'd like you to be the main attraction. We'd love for you to finish up the show, for it's our second birthday, and there's no place that we'd else be than with our Riley Stone.
Bravo, bravo, bravissimo even. Bravissimo. We had a good song. I used to be a drag performer, so I know all about working at drag bars. Oh, I wanted to listen to the
Hi,
date again.
Riley. Dave Morley. Anyway, I wrote you a song with a secret message.
Not so secret.
You get it. I got this English guy recorded like some groovy Gilbert and Sullivan shit. That stuff's better than the Pixies. Anyway, enjoy. Hopefully you'll join us on June the 22nd. See ya.
June 22nd, alright. That's what I wanted. June 22nd. I should have gone backwards. Beauty, beauty. Brilliant. Well, I might leave it there for today, but please come back on the next one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button or subscribe to the channel if you're new. But without further ado, have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.